Ryan Reynolds has a boxed wine and he's already pissed people off with his marketing of it? Of course he has. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. I'm here with Louis Lecca. We've been live talking, having so much fun. I got some rants in. You got to check the whole show over on Popcorn Planet if you miss our lives. But Louis, I'm glad you're here. We're going to talk about this topic that just came into my lap. Kim set it up for us. I didn't know much about this. Did you know he had a boxed wine?
No, first time I hear about it.
It's kind of like feels to me like he's like, well, I did really well with that gin, so maybe I can figure out a way to do something else. How about a wine? Oh yeah, let's make it cheaper, not use the bottle. We use a box. It feels very like he's, I can't say it's bad. Good on him. Go get your money to an extent. But it does also just feel a little bit manipulative and obvious at this point. And I think it's sad that I did a whole rant on my issues with Ryan and why I used to love Ryan and why I'm disappointed in Ryan. You can go watch the full thing in a calm, nice, respectful way. But to sum it up, I'm just disappointed in the guy. I thought I knew him based on, the movies and stuff, but I never really knew him, even though I worked with him a couple times. And some of his actions just feel very petty, Louis. So to see this story come in, it's interesting. So backstory, Maximum Effort launched Ugly Estates in partnership with Gallo, and signed Peggy the Hairless Pug, the dog pool. And he's trying to do box wine. This is his latest attempt. So it was launched in Texas, and Ugly Estates is to be a more casual wine. The tagline is 33% more wine, 100% less snob, without the trappings of glass bottles, corkscrews, or even famous spokespeople. Reynolds is letting Dogpool do it. Ugly Estates is all about rewriting the rules of wine. Gallo and Maximum Effort have tossed out the old standards, swapping the pretentious bottle for something much more approachable. Ugly Estates is premium California wine and a Tetra Pak announcing the product. That's 33% more wine than a standard bottle with absolutely zero of the unnecessary attitude. Well, again, he's coming off of Aviation Gin, which he sold and made a lot of money to Diageo. And he's Wrexham's doing a success. He's been crushing it, honestly, from a business standpoint. And so, yeah, needless to say, he's trying to sell us wine. Well, fast forward to today. There's an outrage. I guess it was yesterday. He's managed to upset an entire state after promoting his new box wine, implying that Minnesotans would get it more than highbrow East Coasters. He spoke to the Star Tribune in this article right here, which you can see right here. Minnesota's the underdog and perfect for his wine, in the Minnesota Star Tribune. He did this cheeky launch for his new low-cost box wine, and he told the land of 10,000 lakes, but instead of charming the locals, he sparked backlash with what many felt were condescending digs at the state and its residents. You want to go to places that will get it, Reynolds said, while explaining why Minnesotans in particular would embrace boxed wine. I don't think Martha's Vineyard is going to really embrace this the way Minnesota might. During his efforts to woo Midwesterners, locals didn't find the remarks cute or endearing. News flash to Ryan. Most people who drink wine here don't drink boxed wine. Reynolds went on to call Minnesota an underdog state, even though U.S. News and Report ranks it the 4th best state in the country overall, and described it as people as cold weather creatives who huddle together and get funny because you're freezing your butt off in winter months. So apparently we drink boxed wine and laugh because we're cold, one commenter scoffed. He admitted he's only visited Minnesota twice in his life and leaned into the region's famously exaggerated accent. I come from Canada. They love making fun of our accent, and they love going after the Minnesota accent and doing a little caricature. When I'm watching Fargo or something like that, I'm like, I don't hear it the way you do. I just hear my mom, the way she talks. I know no one that speaks like that here, says one and answer him. He also described his wine as ugly wine. Good wine, but done in a way that is super affordable, saying that the brand leads into the mischief. Minnesotans weren't laughing. What is this guy even saying? The whole marketing strategy behind this is so bizarre. Who thinks he's enticing? He thinks Minnesotans are cheap and lack taste. That's how I'm reading this, Louis. Yeah. Are you as well?
100%, man. Backhanded compliment. It exposes what the elite in Hollywood thinks of middle America, if you ask me.
As a Minnesota resident, I'll pass. Did he not get the memo that they're canceled? Bye. Stop buying or talking about him. This is what this moron wants, attention. What a weird choice. And again, this just comes back to the whole it ends with us trauma. where he refuses to take accountability for the fact that his marketing of It Ends With Us was terrible. Terrible. The movie did well because of the book. Because sure, Blake Lively was a little bit hotter then, and the book was popular, and it was kind of a summer movie at the end. People wanted a nice romantic movie. I think the timing of it was pretty perfect. He had Deadpool. They were promoting it sort of. That was not a bad idea. But promoting her booze, doing her hair care line, these things offended people of the book. And you got to sort of accept that accountability and admit it and say, hey, look, we're listening. We're sorry. And embrace something else. You got to turn with the punches, right, Lewis? Instead, they're now blaming Justin as if it was the marketing was his fault. The dude couldn't even get to finish his movie the way he wanted. But we're supposed to believe that the marketing was his fault, or that junket interview was his fault. Do you find this just frustrating as well, this lack of accountability?
Yeah, absolutely. And plus, speaking of marketing, a big part of marketing is during the red carpet premiere, you're not supposed to put the main star in the basement. They're supposed to like announce the movie, like be up there and present the film. That's part of the marketing. These people, it seems like Ryan Reynolds is out of touch, man. I don't know, man. He's like, they just keep going, blaming YouTubers, trying to silence YouTubers, thinking there's some sort of conspiracy to defamate her. And it's like, they're super out of touch. They're super out of touch. And you know what? That bottle or that packaging, that looks like cocoa water, right? Like, or the coconut milk.
Coconut water, yeah.
Yeah, coconut water milk. What is that, man?
Well, he used the coconut water sort of packaging, but turned it to make it look like it's a box of wine. But it is, I'm sure, a plastic of some kind. But yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It's just, again, he's only selling this in Minnesota. It's
only in Minnesota. Okay.
It's perfect for the pairing of Minnesota and underdog state. You want to go to places that will get it. I don't think Martha's Vineyard's going to embrace this Minnesota way. It's really condescending, isn't it?
It is. He's calling the people, he's implying that the people in Minnesota are low-life, classless, poor people, right? Like, they don't have class. They're not upper class, you know? So
what a weird take.
Well, not if you follow this entire thing where they're trying to, you know,
True.
it's weird to everyone else. And stuff. And the fact that there's companies willing to invest in Ryan and Blake at this point pretty much shows you that we're still in a bubble, even though we're outraged by their actions. We're still in a bubble, man. You know, didn't he just get hired to a new film too? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, I'm just also just offended by this idea that this wine is an underdog story. Dude, you're like a billionaire.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
huge access to celebrity. You have so much access and privilege. This is not an underdog story. This is a very successful businessman trying to use Minnesotans to think, root for me. This is a homegrown underdog story. No, it's not. You're rich, and you're trying to use your celebrity to get even richer. You're not an underdog in any sense of the matter. You're literally stomping me, just so many people down because you have so much power and privilege, while also out there, oh, well, we've got this perfect underground affordable wine for you all. You just want to get it popular, use your name again, whore yourself to then get it very high so you can sell it off again and then move on to the next one. You don't give a shit about Minnesotans. You don't give a shit about whether the wine's good. It's all about the marketing. And you thought, oh, I can sneak in this. And Lewis, the funny thing is, it might have worked had he not done this lawsuit with his wife. I really think he was on top of the world. He would have retained a lot of that nice guy image still, but his pettiness, all is the passive aggressiveness, it's all shined through too much. Do you think that's going to ultimately hurt these types of future business opportunities?
I would think so, but at the same time, I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see, man, because the fact that I still see him getting deals, you know, and stuff like that. So he's still probably 99% going to be in the new Avengers film. They don't care about that. And I gotta say, man, this packaging is ugly. What he thinks Minnesotans drink wine out of a paper bag? Like, what is that, dude? Does that look attractive to you? And
no,
everyone watching this? No.
And Ryan Reynolds is not the one I would get this from. Like, maybe if some smart dude, if an independent person had created this and made it and was a true underdog and was like, hey, wine's too expensive, I've come up with this new idea, and it was an actual guy, like in a Shark Tank type of setting, trying to build a brand, then maybe this would be a true underdog story that people would be like, yeah, I rallied. It's the everyday man trying to make an affordable good wine. But it's Ryan effing Reynolds doing it. So no, it completely backfires to me because it's all just a sham. It's marketing to try to trick people to buy this ugly, gross wine. He's the Wizard of Oz. I can see behind the curtain now, Lewis. It doesn't work for me anymore, and it's frustrating because I was a fan. But what about you guys at home? I want to know what your thoughts. Make sure you let us know. Make sure you subscribe not only to Popcorn Planet, but Lewis Lecca Nerd Report. Hit the bell for all alerts when you do. Smash the thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. All that's very important so you get in the algorithm. We've been getting a lot of unsubscribed. Have you seen that, Lewis? It's really crazy.
Oh no, it's awful, folks. We need you all to be loud for us. Yeah, we need you all more than ever to be loud for us and to share the message here for Baldoni if you believe in justice for him.
Well said. And subscribe to the report and stay tuned. Tomorrow I have a hearing. We'll see how it goes. I'll be reporting that and some more. So please stay tuned. Thank you. If you missed the live, catch the whole live. It was a lot of fun. You can go to Popcorn Planet, hit the sign up button. You'll be able to watch the replays. They're usually up tonight or the next morning. But thank you to everybody who's already signed up. And thank you to everybody who is watching and subscribed.